When it comes to the future of the MCU and that world, I think it's safe to say that certainty is uncertain. Because the moment we get into the multiverse, the past, the future, and establishing different timelines, anything could happen, such as the destruction of Avengers Tower. So as most people probably took note of the Loki trailer, there was a lot of Easter eggs and references and callbacks and comic book moments and things that were in there that really made a lot of people wonder what exactly is happening, when and where does this show take place, and even why is this the direction of the show, because there is a lot of implications in there. Now in a separate video, I've already talked about how we can more or less expect Kang to be established in this series before we see him in the upcoming third Ant-Man film, because of the Council of Kangs is very much being in the upcoming Loki Season 1. Now, one particular shot that has many people talking is the shot of Avengers Tower in New York, except we see it in the back and it is completely decimated. Like, everything has gone to hell. New York looks like it's just fallen apart. It's been ravaged by something. We have no idea what. It's clearly been at least a decade, if not more, that vegetation is taking over. It's overgrown, like, Mother Nature has taken over everything, and it's been a while. So at some point, this is set in the future of wherever Loki is, and some time has passed, and clearly things have not gotten better. Now, when you think about this scene specifically, this does sort of call back to something that we saw happen in The Runaways over on Hulu, but that's, not really canon to the MCU, so we're not going to talk about it. But it's interesting to see that a version of that future of everything destroyed is coming true here, and what exactly happened, and what's the cause of this. So one could easily speculate that this is a future where Loki won the invasion of New York, right? I think that might honestly make sense. And if you really start thinking about it that way, it really would be something that Loki has a lot of, I guess you could say, remorse about. If he's suddenly able to see that, hey, I ultimately became a good guy, but what if I didn't get set on that path? And he sees this and it's like, oh wow, yeah, millions upon millions of lives just here on that one day. But then the billions that were lost over the course of the next however long after the invasion. I think that's what we're seeing in this scene. I think it is the ramification and the end result of Loki winning the war. So what are your guys' thoughts on this, and what do you think caused this, and how much time do you think we spend in this version of wherever Loki is?